on the move again. No matter how much stuff I throw away, I just end up just with more stuff. I just don't know how you acquire so much stuff. I was literally wanting to just carry that backpack around, but I barely got everything in the case. Oh well, let's move on and see where we end up next. So I've been on the underground from there where I changed, and all along here, just passing the Shanghai circuit. So I've been on the train for about half an hour, and it just still goes on and on and on. There's no end to this city. This is actually the underground, not the railway, but it's gone above ground now. Look, it just keeps going. This is how you fit 25 million people in a city. Incredible. We're now eight stops after the last video, and still more. Still they keep coming. So I'm at the second junction point that I'm going to be at. Chow. Still, the buildings continue. I'm going to go and catch the high-speed train next. I've just had to walk down these stairs with all my bags just for a cigarette. Terrible habit, but it keeps you fit. I made a little video earlier, but I don't think I'll put it on YouTube. If I do, I might just put it on private and send some people. It's too bad language. Because today's trip was supposed to take 1 hour, and it took me 6.5 hours because I got the wrong train. Yep. So I had to sit for once I'd corrected the mistake. It took me 4 hours on a train to basically get back on track. And long story short, my Alipay account doesn't work in this ancient city that I'm in. This ancient city looks amazing, and it's in Jiangsu, and it's called Suzhou. So I've just come for a little walk just to clear my head and maybe have a beer to clear my head. And also I just happen to be in the middle of lots and lots of flowers are being planted here by all these workers. So I'm kind of in the way, and there's stuff everywhere. But I found the first historical thing, part of the ancient wall, so I'll show you that. That's a pretty nice start to come into a new place. I'm not quite sure if that over there is anything ancient or a modern mall. You can never tell because they do them in the same design and everything's lit up very well. So I'll show you on the map now where Suzhou is. I'm going to work between bikes, plants, workers. Believe it or not, it's about 10 o'clock at night as well. There's a nice little bit down here, so I'm going to continue the video down here. It's pretty lovely. They were looking at me, so I just said hello and they just giggled. So I'll come and have a look down here. This looks quite nice at night. So I had a bit of a nightmare getting here, but Come for a walk and found part of the ancient wall. So this city's a few thousand years old, and I think it was a bit of a trading post. It's known as the Venice of the East, or the Venice of China. It's all canals and rivers, and I'll put the pictures up on the screen and you can see from what it looked like in ancient times and what it looks like today. Just to point out as well, look at this, they've got tactile paving that's even been done nicely. That must have taken a long time to do. There's tactile paving everywhere so far that I've been. Even on back streets they've put in the paving for people with sight disabilities and whatnot. You can see here, this is one of the gates to the old city, and apparently all of the gates are still intact or still remaining. I didn't quite go far enough down there to see how far the wall continued, but certainly it finishes here, this part of it. So that would have been an entrance there. It's huge actually, it's difficult to show the scale of it really. Well, in fact I can show you the scale. Let me put the camera down and then I'll show you. Yep, it's pretty tall. And it looks to me like, because I think this was a corner, not quite sure. But certainly there is kind of like what in England we used to have the old Motte and Baileys. It's certainly completely surrounded by water. But this city was, until Shanghai took over, one of the 10 biggest cities in the world. So for an ancient city now, it's got a population in the city of 6.8 million. And the urban population puts it up to about 13 million, so it's about the same, maybe a bit bigger than London. As usual, everything's lit up nicely. They've just got a fondness for lighting in China, but it really works. I mean, look at that up on the top there to welcome you. So probably warriors 1500 years ago had come, and then you'd face that probably with a lot of men with a lot of machinery to not let you get in. I'm gonna try and get to some of these tourists. Obviously, all the famous places are obviously all tourist clubs, tourist spots. So it's probably going to be quite difficult. But my friend, who you saw the other night, Jasmine, says she'll try and book me in to some of the ancient gardens, because it's got two UNESCO site gardens that were built in the 5th century. And apparently, I mean, I have actually looked at the pictures, but I definitely want to go and see them. And they look amazing. And pictures don't do it justice, really. You need to see it. But yeah, so after a disastrous day, hopefully it's going to get better. The place I'm staying in is a hostel. I kind of was a bit worried it was going to be terrible, but for 3 nights it's costing the same as 1 night in Shanghai, and it does the job. It's got a shower, a bed, it's clean, that's all I need. So yeah, I'm going to go and chill, have a beer, get my map out and look where I want to go tomorrow. Anyway, that's the end of the first day here. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. At least it's pretty cool tonight anyway. One thing I've noticed is, just mentioned to one of my friends, I haven't seen a single foreigner yet. In 4 hours, I've not seen a single foreigner other than me. But Surprisingly, I've not been stared at as much as in Shanghai. Not sure why. I'll see you tomorrow.